Hi everyone, this is George. We are doing a re-release of an old favorite this week because we couldn't record a new episode on tour, but we will be fully back in business next week. We're recording a bunch before the next leg, so we will be good to go. This is an old episode with the one and only Meg Stalter that was recorded 1 year into the pandemic in April 2021. We're talking pre-vaccine. We've been home for a full year, and honey, it shows. So listen with an open spirit and an open heart. Please be forgiving of both the audio quality and, honestly, my own inability to land several jokes. I also somehow mispronounced Kafka at some point, which I promise I know how to say. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Thank you to everyone who came to our East Coast shows. And if you live in Minneapolis or Chicago, we will see you this weekend. And you can buy tickets at linktree.com/StraightioLab. Thank you. Bye. Okay, podcast starts now.
Podcast starts
Hi guys.
No,
Meg!
Oh,
my
sorry,
God.
sorry. I totally forgot.
Oh my
Did you tell me you were gonna bring me in?
Yes.
For the last time,
Oh,
the
God.
intro is without the guest, and then you
I'm
come
totally
in.
sorry, dude. I'll stop. Go ahead. Reintro.
Oh,
Okay.
my freaking God.
Go ahead.
Podcast starts now.
Podcast starts now.
Sam,
So I should just come in late whenever you announce me then?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
I'm gonna go for a potty break then.
I promise. No, just don't leave. Like, I
Okay.
promise you, we will say your name when it's time.
Full
we'll
name?
Intro you. Sorry?
Full name.
But yeah, we'll
Or
do
your
full
stage
name if you
name.
want. Do you prefer Meg or Megan?
You don't need to plug anything. I don't really have anything going on right now.
We won't plug anything.
We don't plug
Okay.
anything.
We weren't planning on doing
Cool.
that.
No.
Truly, like, we'll do our intro and then we'll bring you on when it's time.
My lips are sealed.
Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3. Podcast starts now. Go, Sam. You're gonna have to get in there because George is so ready to start.
Oh
You're
my
gonna
God.
See, maybe Sam starts.
Okay.
Oh, okay, director.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
every
Martin
time you're
Scorsese.
podcast starts now. It just seems like you're sort of taking charge. I want to see Sam bloom today.
Okay, well,
At least a little. Give him room to bloom. That's what's on my T-shirt.
What
give
is
him
it?
Room to.
Give
My
him room
T-shirt
to
today
bloom.
says "Give him room to bloom."
Oh yeah,
Okay,
well that's
I'm
it's a
dipping my
T-shirt you
lips.
made that you are now selling on a counter on this website purporting to be official StraightioLab merch, and you said
Yes.
"Give him room to bloom," the famous catchphrase from the podcast, something we've never said, and you're
And
now
it's
selling
literally-
these
You're
t-shirts.
mad that okay. You're mad that I'm giving you something to sell online that I get most of the money for. That's interesting.
I think all of the money, right?
You need to start the podcast. Go.
Wow. Podcast starts now. Hi, welcome to StraightioLab, the podcast that is about straight culture, but also not at all. George,
Sam,
has been chaotic already.
Do you believe in forgiveness?
do I believe in forgiveness?
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
Egg.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
he was taking so long to say anything. I was like, the no was just on the tip of my lips. But go ahead, discuss.
were giving him his
I'm not
line.
here. I'm not here.
You were giving him his line.
I mean,
Well, this
it's-
part is scripted,
yeah,
and
sure, totally.
you're the script supervisor.
he's
you were reading
taking
the script.
so long to say his line that I'm
I
like,
was-
there's dead air on this podcast.
No, I was taking time. I was trying to.
You're making it hard for me to come in later with what
Okay.
I'm going to say. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll talk faster. I can talk faster. No, I don't. Yes, I do believe in forgiveness.
Stuttered
Oh my
a little
God,
if you wanna
wishy-washy.
retake that.
Meg.
He might want to retake that. Sorry. Go ahead. It's
No,
your
actually,
pod.
thank you, Meg. I do want to retake that.
I'm a fly on the wall.
Hey, George, I don't believe in forgiveness.
Wow, interesting. I'm in a space where I have decided I am ruminating on whether or not I want to forgive someone who slighted me exactly 4 years ago.
Who
This is not
it
a joke.
I'm like,
I'm
who
not
is
going to
it?
say what it was.
Will you say what happened?
No, I can't say what happened, but this is a friend of mine that was one of my best friends through college and then did something that caused a rift and we haven't spoken since. And I have decided I am potentially interested in forgiving him.
Okay, well, in that case, I say go off.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were like, I thought this was going to be sort of a bit thing. It's already been pretty bit heavy so far. So I was like, well, obviously George is not going to be sincere in this moment, but you continually surprise me and you hopped in with something very emotional and sincere. And now that we're talking for real, I say, I think you should forgive this person.
I mean, I just want to say, like, the humor comes out of the contrast, the juxtaposition, if you will, between complete sincerity and then Meg coming in and being so
Do
annoying.
I come in now? You just said my name.
No, remember, I have to see your full name.
Sorry. I'm not even here.
You seem to be very caught off guard by my very sincere and earnest story about forgiveness. Whereas you knew it was coming. I gave you the script.
George, I think when you read something on the page, it's really different than when you see it in real life. And when I read the script this morning, when the producer sent me the script, it said like George tells, and there were quotes, sincere story. And so I was sort of thinking like, well, that means the joke. The quotes means a joke.
Yes, this keeps happening because our staff also doesn't understand the difference between something being sincere and something being ironic. So often they will add quotes where they think that's helping.
Well, they're also, and we have a really great staff, but they are tough on us. And they're always trying to push us further, push us to our limit. And so, when you say like, in this part, I'm going to tell a sincere story, that those quotes were sort of saying like, George, will it be sincere? Are you going to push yourself and really open up because you have walls? Everyone knows you have walls up, and we're going to try to break those walls down because that's the only way you can unlock your true star power.
Stick to the script. Just stick to the script, okay? You're not gonna get out of this alive if you don't.
Anyway, please welcome Meg Stalter.
Here we go.
Wow, she's here.
Meg, how did we do on that intro?
Thank you so much for bringing me in. I'm really excited to talk about, number one, the fact that I've been doing an unpaid internship for you guys. So to hear that some people are being paid is just crinking me out. I mean, I didn't know anybody was being paid, but people are being paid, even Alicia.
Alicia gets paid. Yeah, she gets $100,000 a year, and she gets benefits.
So why? It seems to me like I'm cleaning up the shit around here, and yet it seems like somebody cleaning up shit at the podcast studio is the person who should be paid the most. But you guys are not paying me anything.
I'm sorry, Meg. Have you not popped off career-wise since getting this job? Like I
don't know if that's related, babe. I don't think that's related.
It is absolutely a causation. The fact that we hired you as an unpaid intern on this show has led to
what?
Multi-million-dollar
nobody
deal.
When I gave you this opportunity.
Me posting a lot on Instagram. Is that what it? Because that
Meg,
seems to all it's
you
going
were
on.
living in a literal swamp in Florida with an alligator.
I don't want to talk about Florida.
Yes, you
have to.
It was a wild alligator and you domesticated it and said, this is Frank.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I came there and I said, this girl has something.
Yeah, she's so special. Maybe I'll treat her like garbage and have her be an unpaid intern on a podcast and I won't let her on until 6 years in.
Well, and should we talk about it? Should we talk about the thing that actually did happen?
We can talk about, you know what, Sam, I'll let you talk about the thing that happened. But before that, I do want to say, Meg, it's really distasteful to bring up money in this kind of while we're all on mic to your employers, in this kind of gotcha way. It feels very
gotcha. Daddy Warbucks. Why are you, if you two are so, we share our money equally, then why are you wearing fur coats and fur bandanas?
First of all, we never said we share our money equally. We actually said the opposite.
We said we pay this much to her and this much to her.
Yes.
You won't even let me have some of your free Chipotle lunch you've been putting out on the tables.
Well, that's because we're saving it for later.
Yeah, and we're saving it for later.
I told you the burritos don't keep that long if there's meat in it. Every single one of those, steak. You can't order 500 steak burritos from Chipotle and not share.
Oh, really,
leave it out in front of me and throw it away.
Watch me.
You are nasty. You really are. I don't want to be mean to y'all because this has been pretty much I don't want to say make-a-wish to be on the podcast, but I definitely have been wanting to get on. I've been wishing for it. Can we cut that part out?
Sam, say what happened.
Okay, so here's what actually happened. We have had this podcast for a little over a year.
Yeah.
And, on, I want to say day one of trying to book a guest, my good friend George Civeris said, you know who we have to have on here?
Yeah.
We have to have the one and only our intern,
Tyra
Meg Stalter.
Could you? And you know what? I looked at George and I said, I would love to do your podcast.
Oh, is that
when
what
should
happened?
I do it?
Is that what happened?
Oh, is that exactly what happened? Because we happen to remember it a little differently, where there was a text sent that was never responded to.
Picture this, July 2020. I sent a text to Meg Stalter. I can't read it now because when I bring my phone close to the computer, it makes a buzzing sound. But let's just say the gist of it was that I wanted her to be on the podcast after already asking her to be on the podcast many months prior when she couldn't make it.
Okay, before quarantine, these guys wanted me to do the podcast. And you know what? I said, I love to do podcasts. I don't always do other people's, but I would love to do yours. Not that I would be opposed of anyone's, but especially yours I wanted to do is what I'm saying.
This is already the mixed messages here. Like, so can you maybe commit to what you want and don't want?
I was actually dying to do the podcast. Two of the funniest people. Yeah. I don't care what kind of science. I thought since the cover had you guys in scientist costumes, I thought it was about science, but now I know it's about straight culture, which is also its own science.
Right.
But
that's kind of
I was like, joke, even though I'm not a scientist, I'd love to be going on this, even though you probably usually have scientists. Well, then quarantine happened, something that shook all of our world. And if you don't know what that is, a big disease came.
Yeah, to talk about science gone wild.
Yeah, that big disease in the sky came over here and things changed.
Things that we never knew. When I was looking into your eyes and you wanted me to do the podcast, we never knew it was coming to us.
Right. No.
We didn't know it was ahead of us that year. But then all of a sudden now, today, year later, George has a text that on his phone that has never came to mind. I don't know why it didn't come to my phone. I don't know if my phone deleted it, but I'm getting every other text he's sending. I'm not getting the one that you asked about. I showed George the screenshot of not having it. And I just can't believe it's true. But now I'm on the podcast and I can't believe you haven't asked me sooner.
I just can't believe the holes in the story. Is it more likely just sort of
maybe I got a new phone
through? Maybe maybe you got a brand new phone.
I did get a new phone, but it was before.
That's something you should know.
No, I really am saying like, wait, no, that couldn't be it because I got a new phone pretty recently, but I was still in New York when I got it, and I don't think quarantine didn't happen. But my thing is, why
how many times have you moved during this pandemic?
Why didn't I get this text?
How many times have you flown cross country during the pandemic?
And by the way, every time I moved last year, I was doing it safely.
Oh, okay. How many phones and other electronics have you not recycled and thrown into the trash and even actually into the ocean?
I will say though, sometimes your phone is full and starts deleting stuff. So maybe you sent it, I didn't see it. Either way, I'm so happy to be here now, even though I'm seeing two frowning people.
Meg, I'm sure it's a delight for you to be here right now, but I was there those nights when George was like, I don't know why she's not responding to me. He would call me 2 a.m. drunk and he would just be like, Meg, she hates me. She fucking hates me, bro.
I would say, I'm going to call her right now. I'm going to call her and I'm going to tell her what I really feel. And I'm going to say, Meg, if you don't want to come on this podcast, you don't, and I don't want you either. And then Sam would say, no, and
I'd say, calm down. You're better than that.
You could have reached out with a phone call for real though.
Oh.
Huh. You sure your phone wouldn't have just deleted that randomly? Or
do you think that would have accidentally gone to voicemail because your phone got a bug?
I'm not kidding you. I would totally be like, oh my God, I didn't see this. Here it is though. But instead I'm going, I don't see this here now. And I've never seen it in my phone. And I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know. But if I knew you were going to interrogate me live on the radio, I guess I would say I'd come up with something to say back. Because what I'm saying now is just the truth. I think I would have came up with a bigger, hey, this is how I would have looked into why I didn't get the text more.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, you know what, Meg? Let's agree to disagree.
I do not have that text on my phone. If I did, you know what my response would have been? Where's the Zoom link? Send me the Zoom link. I want it. Where's the Zoom link? You know, there are some people that have asked me to be on their podcast and I have seen the message. No, I'm saying other podcasts.
You're saying that you ignored other people's requests.
I'm saying I've seen other requests. You can't respond to every request, but y'all's I would have responded to right away if I got it. Oh, great. Now I'm coming off as the big bitch from, Oz.
From Hollywood. Unbelievable.
No, I'm serious. You know
what, Meg? I wish I had never discovered you in that swamp.
You're telling me right now, George and Sam, you're telling me what if I've been calling you guys the wrong names, even though
that would be iconic. I would love that.
You're telling me that you've responded to every message you've ever gotten. Now that I'm saying to George's message, if I would have saw it, I would have responded, yes, oh my God, I want to. But you're saying to strangers' messages, you've responded to every single request for a podcast. Sometimes you go, oh, I wish I could. I can't. Oh,
the way you are digging this hole for yourself.
And that's, if you're listening to this, I want you to keep asking me because who knows what kind of mood I might be in that day. No, I wanted, if I could do every person's message, if I could do every person's message, if I could do every podcast, I would love to.
I send a personalized video message to everyone who texts me, even if it's something small.
Hey, I'm not doing the podcast.
I'll kind of act like it's a fan video, even if it's someone truly with like more power than me being like, are you free to meet tomorrow at 4? I'll send a video back and I'll say, hey, so Mark, your friend told me that your birthday's coming up. And I just want to say have a wonderful birthday. In terms of my schedule, I'm not free tomorrow, but keep rocking.
It is so funny right now during quarantine to be like, I can't really do it tomorrow. I'm too busy using a heating pad and watching Friends.
Okay, Kathy cartoon.
I know. I was like, wow, sweatpants vibes. Okay.
Using going there. Heating pad and watching Friends.
No, I really am using a heating pad right now. I know you can't see it on
your
chair.
Back.
Yeah, I'm using it on my back, and I have to say I'm so embarrassed to reveal that my back is hurting. I feel like I'm 800 years old. It's like the most embarrassing pain.
Okay, here's what I'm getting from all of this.
My back's hurting.
Here's what I'm getting from all of this. No. Liz Lemon.
Oh my God, you are literally her. That is so true.
No, stop. No, I'm kidding. Seriously. What if I was mad? Stop.
Oh, please don't call me Liz.
Can you stop?
That's
the woman from 30 Rock, right?
Yeah.
Because I've only seen a couple episodes of that show.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know people think that I would be a big rock head. And I bet, and what I've seen, I loved. There's something about it though that I just simply didn't watch more.
Well, it's the New York cosmopolitan intellectual humor. A lot of people can't really connect to it.
I don't know what it was. I mean, I was laughing, smiling, but there I go, turning it off. Not really turning it off, just not turning it on again.
Right.
I could totally get into it. I think I just missed the boat. Sometimes you just miss the boat on something and you jump in and you're in the water. Hey,
and you're
back.
Drowning. So yeah.
Well, our top listener, Tina Fey, is not going to be happy to hear this.
She's not going to be happy.
Is the show hold up?
Well, I actually think everything Tina Fey has ever written or said really holds up, just culturally speaking.
Yeah, totally. You're a big Tina
oh,
head.
Yes. I'm a huge apologist. I have an alt account. It's called Tina Was Right All Along.
She's been kind of canceled.
Huh?
Has she been a little canceled?
She's like half
over and over again every year.
I don't know why. I totally have just blocked out everything I've Tina Fey related. I've just
weird.
What is she canceled about? I feel like I remember, but I don't.
We can't. So
you couldn't pay me to say what it was because I can't remember. Was it something in her show?
It's actually that her memoir Bossy Pants is fully plagiarized.
Yeah.
Wow.
She copied all of it. It's actually a direct plagiarism of the memoir of
Go on.
I'm like, he's gonna nail this. He's gonna nail this.
Come on, bring it home.
He's gonna absolutely nail it. This is gonna crush.
Come on, please.
It is, in fact, word for word, The Trial by Franz Kafka.
Yes.
Didn't hit.
No,
I didn't.
Sorry.
I didn't do
I'm
it.
sorry.
That is so hard to do a joke when people are doing that to you.
I can't believe I did that.
No, it's our fault. It's our fault.
It's our fault.
I
We set you up for
totally. I mean, it
failure.
was so. I couldn't have.
Can I tell you what? I'll give you a little behind the scenes.
Oh,
I'm looking at my.
Please.
I'm looking at my bookcase.
Yes.
Next
This
to
is behind
Tina
the
Fey's,
joke. This is behind the joke.
Next to Tina Fey's book is Carrie Brownstein's memoir. So I thought maybe there's something there. Maybe I'll say Carrie Brownstein.
Yeah.
But like that's not funny out of context. And then I was frantically. So I have this. I'm looking at one of my nonfiction shelves. Okay, this is the order of books. After that is David Foster Wallace, Too Loaded. I can't get into the infinite jest. It's his book of essays. After that is Conflict is Not Abuse. After that is a book from a biology class I took in college about literally evolution. After that, Lena Dunham's memoir. Similar. Like you don't want Lena. Like that would add so many things.
Well, all those are like very literal too. Like,
exactly.
It was.
Yeah, that's really
and then I have Carrie Fisher, Patti Smith. Again, it's not.
Yeah.
None of those really were.
Then Prozac Nation. You don't want to get into that.
You got to put some funnier stuff on there.
Yeah,
right.
Get a Calvin and Hobbes for your little bookshelf.
Yeah, well,
your little bookshelf. I was picturing a big bookshelf, but now you're saying little.
I don't know. But and then truly what happened is I suddenly looked up and I was like, you know what? Forget the nonfiction shelf. Go to the fiction one.
Yeah.
Go to the fiction shelf.
Go to the fiction.
I went to the fiction shelf. First thing I see, The Trial by Franz Kafka. Cut.
Oh, go ahead. Retake.
Yeah, we can cut that out.
Once again, I would like to cut out that part earlier that I said to cut out if we can.
I
Me saying it wasn't my Make-A-Wish to be on the podcast.
Both the behind the scenes of my joke and the joke itself.
No, that was the best part.
No, I don't think you should cut out. If we're cutting out anything, which I don't think I'm going to have time to cut that much. I know I'm editing the podcast, but I think just the thing I said about the Make-A-Wish, because I realized what it sounded like once I said it.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I was doing a joke about, I've been wishing to be on this, but then Make-A-Wish, that sounds sad. And it's you know what Make-A-Wish is. That makes me sad. I don't want people to be sad. So let's just cut that and cut when I'm talking about it again right now.
So maybe let's not cut the Make-A-Wish part and cut the thing I said.
I think we should cut the thing I said because I didn't mean to say that. And it came out that way. What you said, you intended every second.
You were really on purpose, George. You were really purposeful.
You totally did, dude.
Well, but
totally
in my head, I just, as someone who listened to you and actually was watching your face.
Yeah.
You, of your own free will, decided to make a joke about Make-A-Wish. Whereas what happened with me is I started a sentence and then I was egged on violently by the two of you.
Well, we were putting so much dead air of
I was making the podcast bad, so we had to say something.
I just like, if I was a listener, because that's what I do when I'm on a podcast, I put myself in the listener's shoes, I would have turned it off the second you were searching for. And if I was a listener, I heard the Make-A-Wish thing, I'd say, oh God, she didn't mean it like that. They should have cut that.
Wow. Well, I think it's really good that we've now brought back the thing you didn't want to talk about multiple times, so that it now is virtually impossible to cut it out in the first place.
I mean,
you talked about your book thing so much that we're gonna have to leave that in, and in fact, we might have to do a voiceover of you saying it even louder.
We'll put some reverb on it.
What is the funniest thing Tina Fey could have plagiarized?
The Bible.
The Bible, you dumb bitch.
And that's how fast my brain works. And the other thing is, we should talk about her cover of that book. I always thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
It's really bad. And again, I know she's canceled. I think it's from some tweets maybe or
Meg.
some stuff in her show.
No, we're not. I don't want to talk about her.
Or maybe something in her show that I haven't seen. Amy Poehler's good though, right?
Oh, she's so good. I mean, if you like for us as people that underpay our workers,
drag her.
Okay, fine. She's canceled. Please don't cancel Will Ferrell.
No, he's perfect.
Wait, now I want to cut out what I said. I didn't want...
Well, no, what I'll do is add, actually not me. I mean, obviously Meg is editing this. Meg, what I want you to do is add random bleeps throughout. So it's kind of unclear what's cut out and what stays in.
I think we should bleep over every name we say. And every time someone, whoever, I don't know who, says Make-A-Wish, we should bleep over that. Whoever says it, but we should just bleep over that and bleep over the names your guys are using.
I don't understand the issue around the Make-A-Wish joke. I thought that was like totally fine and like playful.
I'm feeling bad for people.
Okay,
maybe just cut out the part
I mean, you can't just say mentioning Make-A-Wish. It's like Make-A-Wish does exist. Like, in fact, Make-A-Wish is a good thing because it fulfills wishes.
True. You're right.
For the public consumption of people like desperate for an inspirational story.
I guess the joke though would be that I'd have to be sick to make a wish. Like that's really sad, and I would like you to cut it out.
But I think like a lot of us, like like if we were like you're trying to say how important it is.
Please. No, I guess now that if you leave it in, you realize that my heart's full of gold and I'm feeling bad about the joke, like the way it sounded. And yes, hell, leave it all.
I think the best thing you can do is keep addressing it.
Well, what I want to say is the Make-A-Wish joke has really hurt me really badly that I said it, and I wasn't making fun of the actual foundation.
Sure.
I think it's amazing.
You know what my wish is? To move on.
You know what my wish is? You didn't have a bookshelf. And your books were just lying around on the floor.
You want me to not even have a place to put my books?
Yeah, if you're going to make a wish like that.
And you want me to just have them all over my floor and step on them every day? Wake up every day. Get on,
When is the last time you cracked one of those open? When is the last time you sat down and you said, TV, too boring. I guess I'll be reading now.
George, she is getting your ass big time.
So you're saying
George found dead. Unbelievable.
My bookshelf is literally just for show, and all I do is watch TV.
When is the last time you cracked open your biology book from college?
You're saying down with it. I watch TV all day and then Instagram kind of take photos of books and say #currently reading, and it's a book next to a little coffee mug that's maybe hand painted.
Yes,
maybe.
By a child whose wish was to hand paint a mug for a famous Brooklyn comedian.
Okay, I just figured it out though. The reason why the Make-A-Wish joke worked is because we're not making fun of the foundation. We're making fun of the fact that someone's wish would be to be on a podcast,
right,
or to make a mug.
Yeah.
She always brings it back around. Sorry, was it not time to sing? So I really want to know, when is the last time you said, the hell with Netflix? I'm going to be reading.
Can I tell you
my biology book?
Can I tell you what the book is called? Because it's a funny title. It's one of those titles where it's like someone wants to write about something serious, but they're like, I'm going to give it a fun name. Are you ready for it?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
No, wait, no. I got to get ready.
No, you're not ready?
I'm not ready. I got to. Okay,
I have to tell you the funny name. Okay.
Okay,
hurry.
The name is.
I'm laughing already. I really am. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The name of the book is Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers.
Oh God! Oh, that's no. Oh God!
That is not funny. That does not make me laugh. That is annoying.
Oh my God, my stomach hurts for real. I'm not kidding.
Pissed off. I'm PO'd.
Oh, that really sucks, dude.
George, I want you, while this camera is on, I want you to take that book and I want you to put it in the fucking garbage. I want to watch as you take that book, open your garbage can and throw it in.
Wait, I have to see the cover. What's it about? Oh my God. Oh, it's hurting me.
Oh, and
I just want to say the reason I've kept this book is because the professor was extremely inspiring and influential in my life.
Wait, what? It's the biology book then?
Robert Sapolsky's acclaimed Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers combines cutting-edge research with a healthy dose of good humor and practical advice to explain how prolonged stress causes or intensifies a range of physical and mental afflictions, including depression, ulcers, heart disease, and more.
I can guarantee you there's not humor in it. Healthy dose of humor, my ass.
Yeah, prove it, biatch. George.
And in the cover, it's zebras doing in a kind of Matisse dancers formation.
Oh God, that is perverted. To draw zebras standing up and holding hands like that, they would never do that.
Also, in your like light humor book to like LOL reference Matisse is like, oh my God.
I could just picture him going up to his wife. You would never believe what kind of title I thought of for my book and for You would never believe the title I thought of my book today about ulcers. Yeah. Do you remember that time we were at the zoo and we were looking at zebras? That's going to have a lot to do with the title. You know?
And what's awesome is it's going to be like a book about like science, but it's actually lightly humorous as well. So it kind of flips the whole genre upon its head.
Tell someone's gonna find this book at the library, the Barnes and Noble, and think, what is the heck? This is about science? I thought this was gonna be a funny book. Well, I'm laughing anyway, and I'm learning something about it.
Grow up, get a life.
That's George, so sick.
While you're
what
on
if George secretly wrote it? What if George wrote it?
George, did you write this book?
Well, I didn't write it, but I pitched the title.
Oh no.
That's actually funny if someone pitched it, the title and didn't write it, though, because that means they're just kind of like joking and making fun of the author.
Whatever. You don't need to make me feel better, okay? I thought I would bring up this book as a kind of joke, and my hope was because I was so insecure, I said, isn't this so bad? And then I wanted you guys to be like, no, that's actually really smart, so that I could be like, well, surprise, I wrote it. But I guess that's not really how it played out.
What would be the name of if you had to write another book about ulcers, or if I had to write a book about ulcers, what would the name be that could be better though?
But it has to be about ulcers?
It has to be about, well, what all is the book about?
Like stress.
Okay. It's gotta be about stress.
Like the biology of stress.
Ooh. Okay. It might take me a second.
Yeah, this one's actually really, really hard. Yeah.
I know what mine would be. It would be unclench your asshole, but the ass would have like question mark, @ symbol, exclamation point, like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You came up with that so fast. Is that something you're working on right now?
I don't think you need to make fun of me. Like, I think if it is something I'm working on extracurricularly, like I don't have to talk about it until it's ready.
Okay.
If it's a draft.
I have the title of my book.
Okay, great. Now that I gave you enough time to think of something, I literally thought of 4 other titles in that time, but go ahead.
Here it is. Life's a Beach, but the cover is wait. Yeah, Life's a Beach, kind of saying life's a bitch. There's the cover of it's a beach, and it's somebody who lost their bathing suit, and they have a sunburn, so you can see their tan lines, and they're crossing their arms.
How is that about stress?
I don't get it.
Because it's saying like, okay, so it says
it's saying relax, life's a beach.
Well, I don't want to put the relax in there.
No, I understand, but the implication.
You know, it's going life's a beach, and then underneath it in littler letters, and it says other stories about stress and ulcer related stuff. Then you have the person that lost their bathing suit, and behind them you see a dog that's holding their bathing suit, like the dog just ripped the bathing suit off the person. So the person's obviously stressed. They're at the beach with their family. Their bathing suit's missing.
It's that sunscreen girl, and the dog is pulling down her bathing suit.
Oh, is that already a thing?
So I think you're actually describing just a very famous ad.
It's not just pulling down, babe. It's actually stolen the whole suit, and it's not a baby. It's a woman.
Oh.
Maybe me or Cameron Diaz standing in the front, completely nude, but holding her hand over her pussy and her breasts, and the dog has totally got the bathing suit. And then behind them is her husband or wife or whoever, her partner. They are just whoever they're married to. You see the ring is kind of under an umbrella, being like, "What the hell? Why is my wife naked?" There's like an air bubble that says that.
Yeah, and so that person is getting an ulcer because they're stressed because their wife is naked.
And then I kind of like too.
I think that would also work as a title. What the hell? Why is my wife naked? Stories about stress, ulcers, and other related things.
That's good. That's good.
Life's a beach, and at the end, life's a beach, because then the beach thing doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it has to say beach on the title, or else the beach makes no sense.
Yeah.
Stories about ulcer, stress, and how life's a beach.
Okay, I figured out mine.
Stories about stress and ulcers. ... Life's a beach.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay, Sam, what is yours?
Okay, mine is it's boring biology book about stress in animals. ... Not
animals. Sorry, animals.
Yeah, like zebras.
Like zebras.
So you're just stealing from the title we've already seen. So you're just stealing from the title we've already seen then.
Well, I'm literally not
because
stealing.
there are animals.
We're supposed to steal it.
Can you say it again?
What? The original book is called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers.
Yeah. And now Sam's is called what?
Boring book about ulcers in animals, ... Not.
Not, are you saying ... Not about animals or not boring?
Not boring.
Well, you got to say that in the title, I think. You have to add
you have to do not,
otherwise
and
I'm
then
wondering
parentheses, the not is about the boring part.
Yeah. Life's a beach. You could put that in too.
Right.
I mean, yeah, actually Life's a Beach could go on any of these titles.
Love that title. I just was confused when you said not. I was like, well, it is about ulcers.
Yeah.
Well, right, but it's not boring.
We'll say that.
Okay, what if
it is
Sam,
about ulcers?
I want to kind of go off of what if it is boring book about animals and ulcers, brackets, insert joke here.
Ooh.
That's really fun. It's like a choose your own adventure. Could the book come with like a little marker and they can write in their joke for real?
Ooh.
Like a dry erase board?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a magnet cover and it comes with all those words.
Yes,
so you can like make your own title every single day.
Okay, so what if it's not a book, but it's just a set of magnets with a lot of different words?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I would love this book.
Yeah.
It could actually help you de-stress. And
I was about to say, literally, if you were to tell me what would help more, reading a book called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, or just kind of being in like a pillow padded room with a bunch of magnets
playing around,
kind of in a facility, I would say the latter. I
actually thought of a really good title just now.
Oh,
Cabbage Soup and Other Things Our Mothers Taught Us.
So this is different. This is a different book, right?
No, it's totally about the same thing. On the back, on the cover it'll say flip to the back if you want to know what the book's about. You flip to the back and it'll go, this book is not just about your mom. It's about everyone's mom, and everyone's mom's stressed because everyone's stressed.
It's about
let's talk about it. Ulcers.
Ulcers.
Life's a beach.
Life's a beach.
Yeah, and I'm picturing the cover is a bowl of soup with the little like alphabet letters, and it says I'm stressed.
Okay.
So it's a cabbage soup, but with the alphabet noodles in it.
I'm stressed and I have an ulcer.
It's a soup delivery service where with the
are you doing an ad right now?
With the Meg, please. With the purchase of the book, you also get a soup a month. It's a soup of the month club, and each of them also has psychotropic drugs that decrease stress and ulcers.
What kind of drug? Really now? Okay. Drugs.
Yes, really.
Oh, so that's what we're doing now. Soups with drugs.
That's so funny because I went from talking about your bookshelf that now we're drugging people.
Well,
cool, I guess.
Let's before we get into some dead air, maybe we should go into our first segment.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I got carried away. I was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that.
Let's do the segment.
Let's do the segment.
I want to say I'm really sorry for that.
George, let's let the public decide your punishment.
Okay. Well, I mean, for anyone listening,
it's totally funny. You're trying to drug people, I guess.
I really don't think I just want to say genuinely, I don't think it's funny to have a soup of the month club where the soups contain drugs.
You do think it's funny because you think
it's a little funny?
Well, you know what? Listen, sometimes, you can't control what you laugh at. And I think it was a nervous response. Maybe I thought it was funny when I first said it, but now I realize I'm listening, I'm learning, and I realize it is actually really, really not funny, and actually can be traumatic for some people to think about a soup of the month club.
Turn off.
A soup of the month club with drugs. The soups have drugs.
Total turn off.
Are you turned off?
I'm just saying, no, I'm not. I'm just saying people might be listening. Maybe people have a crush on you and then they hear that and go, oh, that's my ick.
Yeah.
Do you guys have those? Did you see those people are talking about having icks about people? Have you heard of that? No. So, it's a TikTok thing. So people will say tell me what your ick is. And it's basically something that if someone you were interested in romantically would do, you'd be turned off very turned off so much so that if you think about it, you don't even want to date them. Or if you're trying to get over someone, you can think of one of their icks and it helps you. It's you can and it will be really specific, them falling because their shoes are untied. That's a big embarrassing ick.
Oh. I guess my ick would be if someone didn't believe in what?
I said just cut this part out. No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah. Do you have a Nick?
Yeah, mine is if someone doesn't believe in social justice.
Yeah.
Totally. Same. Totally same. No, really. I mean, yeah.
I mean, literally, yeah. What else can you say? That's a huge ick.
So our first segment is called Straight Shooters. And in this segment, we ask you a series of rapid fire questions to gauge your familiarity with and complicity in straight culture. The way this works is that we're going to ask you this thing or that thing, and you just have to say what you gravitate towards. You have to let your body and your spirit decide for you. You're not allowed to ask any follow-up questions. You just kind of have to go for it.
So it's not supposed to be what's more straight.
Already, you're starting at a negative.
Sorry.
Questions, yeah.
I'll start you off with kind of a simple,
a
simple one. Okay. IKEA or iRobot?
IKEA.
Okay. Retail therapy or electroshock therapy?
Retail.
Asymmetrical knitwear or asymptomatic transmission?
Knitwear.
Being a bad bitch or being a bad friend?
Being a bad bitch.
Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers or Californication on Showtime starring David Duchovny?
The second one.
The Chronicles of Narnia or the Chronicles of Riddick?
Narnia.
Discreet and looking for same or concrete jungle where dreams are made of?
The jungle.
Wow.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent or Federal Bureau of Investigation?
The first one.
Wow. That was the fastest we've ever gone.
I answered so fast that I was like, oh my God, I'm really smart.
I was
You were really answering quickly, but it also like I cannot help but feel that sort of the joy was sucked out of it. You know,
I think of you as someone who's so good at improv, saying something unexpected. And this is really,
you gave me two answers.
A blank canvas.
I couldn't improvise that. You were saying this or this. You know, I couldn't really throw in a third answer.
A lot of guests will sometimes sort of
God forbid you think outside the box.
You two are mad at me for not asking questions and just doing what I'm told like a good girl. You found yourself a good girl and now you're mad about it. You wanted me to be a little bitch. Oh, I'm not answering these. What are you trying to do?
Wait, I'm sorry. You're singing Demi Lovato's new song.
You wanted me to be a little bitch.
You wanted me to be a little bitch. You found what you wanted to see. And now you're mad at this little bitch, this little me. You literally are mad. Literally mad at me for playing along. Here's the thing, though. Me and George were talking about this earlier. I'm not going to give too many details.
Guess I wasn't on this call.
Sometimes. And I'm not talking about just podcasts, but live shows. Sometimes people don't want to play, right? Yeah. I like to play. So if you tell me you're going to do a game and you don't want me asking questions, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to zip my little bitchy lips. I'm not going to answer questions. I'm going to play the game. That's what you wanted. Have you ever had someone? I've had somebody.
That's literally the second single off the record. I'm going to zip my little bitchy lips and play the game.
I had someone on my show once where I was supposed to be doing a character and they were just like making, like, it's not like they were making fun of me, but it's like they didn't play along and they didn't have to be a character, but they were on the show like, okay, what is she doing? And it ruins the bit. So yeah, if you wanted me to play a game, I'm not going to ask you any questions about it. I'm going to play the game. You give me two answers, I'm going to give you one of them.
Look, Meg, we're not accusing you of not playing the game. We definitely respect.
No, in fact, I did play the game.
You clearly have a love of the game. That being said, there was sort of an unreactive coldness to the way that you played the game.
Well, the other thing is I didn't know how many questions there were. There could have been 2,000.
So you were saving your energy.
You said let's get through these.
I thought it was a speed round. I was like, okay. Now if you ask me them again, I'll think more about it if you want. But you were mad I was getting through them, and I thought maybe the goal of the game was to do it like rapid fire, like whatever first comes to mind.
Well, you know what, Meg? I'll say this. I'm willing to move past this.
And I
actually just streamed Demi Lovato's new song, Close My Bitchy Lips, and
Zip My
Bitchy Lips. And it reminded me that I don't have to get my validation from other people. Yeah. And if, you know, if you didn't play the game in the way that I wanted, that doesn't reflect poorly on me. It only reflects.
Do people really get into it? Oh no, IKEA. Do they like really go into
Oh my God. You're absolutely attacking us.
No, I love the game. I thought it was
You clearly hate the game.
Can I say something? That was the one.
I just
that was the one that I put last minute because I freaked out and didn't have a last one. So the fact that that's what you chose is very
I loved the game so much. I just didn't know it was a discussion. I didn't know that was a big chunk of time you all were saving for the game. I thought it was literally speed round. What comes to first in mind? And then at the end, you were able to assess how close to straight culture I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you're saying, okay, you gave us nothing, Meg. We really sought out to ask you questions that were going to be conversation starters, and you just chiz one, robotic.
Yeah.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Here's my one question.
What?
I've been opening and shutting this little box the whole time on the podcast. Have you been able to hear that? Am I messing up my
This whole recording is ruined. This whole recording is ruined.
Oh my God. I really can tell that y'all are at a beep, beep, beep stop sign now that I have ruined the game. Do you want to re-ask me the questions? Because I could probably, let me just re-ask me a question. I'll try to give you more.
No, we can't.
Please, just one. Please, just one. Just one question. I could show you I could do it. Just one.
Just to drop the, Meg.
Yeah.
Truly, the entire joke of the segment is no one does it correctly.
Oh God.
But having said that, this is the worst anyone has ever done.
Just give me one question. IKEA or what'd you say? Jewel grocery store. What'd you say? IKEA or blank? Well, I don't know. IKEA's really drawing me, and I know straight people go there. So yeah, I guess I choose IKEA.
I mean, okay, Meg, you're clearly lashing out because you're upset that we are critiquing you, but we beg of you just to sort of hear us and grow and learn from this moment.
Yeah, Meg, try to grow from this.
I feel like I'm doing the opposite of growing. I'm shrinking down. You're making me feel small, Sam. Especially Sam.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel small.
Did you say that you had an ick that you didn't tell us? We were talking about icks.
I just said same because honestly, I didn't have one. Yeah.
That is
It could be so small. One of mine is like certain things people say that's just kind of like cringe, like.
Totally.
I know that's so broad, but if someone just if someone gives you a nickname too soon, it's kind of weird. Like you're texting and they're like, "Okay." What, pussy girl? I don't know. Like,
you know what? Wait, I do have an ick. I have one.
What is it?
When you're like doing something already and then they try to make plans again. Like when they're like, oh, maybe tomorrow we can
my God.
No, you have to give it time.
Yeah, you got to give it time.
Like be in the moment. Like this is the fun part. And then if this goes well, we'll hang out again.
Go ahead. No. You say it, George. Go, George.
Part of an event or a hangout is the week following it where you process it.
So you need a week before you text to make other plans?
Yeah.
Well, George has really traumatic hangouts.
Is it friends or like romantic?
I think both.
Yeah.
I have many different therapists that are for like my interactions with each of my friends. So if I hang out with Sam, I go to my Sam specific therapist and unpack it. If I hang out with you, of course, there's an entire team.
What was the team doing when you sent that text asking me to be on the podcast?
They were working overtime, honey.
Let's just say they were working overtime.
You know what I realized one of my real icks is someone trying to make me dinner too soon. Someone made me dinner on a second date once and I literally cried. Like I cried just because I was like, I'm not ready for this so much intimacy. But the food was really good. But like I cried because I was like, oh, I'm not ready to date right now, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think it's just so like their hands have been in the food and it's like, it's actually making my stomach crawl right now.
Well, occasionally someone will literally pull a line on you that is like out of a movie about how it's a bad line.
Yeah.
And it's like you get whiplash. Like for someone to suddenly be like, wow, you look
wow, you look stunning.
I'm just trying to think
I can't take my eyes off you.
I can't. Oh God.
Damn, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because you look heavenly.
God. Oh, if you really like the person, I guess if they were like, oh, you're giving me butterflies, like if you really like them, but then if you don't like them, if you are thinking about, do I like this person? And they say something like too gushy, it's like, oh, cha, gotta go.
Yeah. I've never felt this way about anyone before.
It's like, we're still on appetizers.
Honey, buy me dinner first.
That would be such a funny way. I'm on dates, I'm so cold. You have to be. But it would be so funny to run in the other direction and just be like, oh, like, do you ever think that like we are two people that found each other on this big stupid rock and now we're eating dinner?
No, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
This big stupid rock.
We're just flying through space on this big stupid water rock.
Day one.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do next time. If I ever go on a date again, I'm gonna earnestly say, hey, and as the person's leaving, when the date is done, the person's gonna turn around and I'm gonna say word for word, just wanted to take another look at you.
So that would make me fall in love with you, because I'd be like, you're being so funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But if someone said something like that and they weren't being funny, then yeah. Like if someone's like, yeah, turn around. Oof, I want to be kissing you.
Like that if it was ass makes me want to be kissing you.
if it's
that ass make me want to be kissing you.
That ass so round makes me want to be kissing you.
Something about someone being like, I want to make you dinner makes me throw up.
Yeah.
Like, but if I was dating someone, that's sweet. Oh, you're making me dinner, cool. But
damn,
yeah, unless they're a chef.
Mozzarella sticks.
Can we introduce our topic?
Oh my god, I forgot.
I thought we did. Oh.
Fuck. What was our topic?
Reading.
Well, I thought it was something we already talked about, which was reader.
So our topic was.
Our topic is reading. So we've already started talking about it. So it actually counts. Books. It counts.
I think it does count. Yeah, I was like, wait, did you not do that on purpose? Because I honestly was like, this is so smooth. You were literally bringing up reading like up top, like.
You know what? I do think part of me did do it on purpose. Thank you for recognizing it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I can't believe he's taking credit for this. It was totally.
You had to have, like, your brain had to have done that because it just so clear. It was so smooth. And we talked about it for most of the time. So, like, it had to have been.
My brain is really evolved. And often I can't keep up with it, actually.
Hence all the therapists.
Well, they all, they're all useless. Because I am too smart.
You are really you really are smart, and I know you're trying to be silly right now, but both of you are very geniuses.
No,
well,
yes. Don't say that about my friends that they're not smart, because they are.
Okay.
So reading, I just want to ask you something. I want to ask you something.
Now that you pointed that out, I'm like, fuck, we have so many points where we go dead silent.
No, it's so natural to have moments where you stop talking, like you can't just go, but it's so funny to point it out because it makes the other person panic.
Meg, what about reading is straight to you?
Oh, sorry. I was drinking some lemonade.
Oh, thanks for the dead
silence. The most bisexual thing you can do. I think the act of like posting on Instagram, like you said earlier, like, I can't wait to dive in. I think that's really straight. And it's not like the act of reading, like all of us.
It's performative reading.
It's the like, oh, and it's even, I don't want to say this, the idea of having a bookshelf.
Okay, Kindle.
It's a little bit.
Kindle or bust, Jeff Bezos.
Kindle or bust.
Amazon stands abound.
I don't think all bookshelves are straight. No, I wish I had one.
Where do you put your books?
I don't have that many, George. They don't need to go anywhere. I got a couple books. Well, first of all, I feel like I had more, but moving to LA, I didn't bring that much stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
But I've never had enough to have like a bookshelf.
Meg.
If I got a bookshelf, I think I'd have a lot of knickknacks on there. I don't own that many books. Now, part of it is because I'm like feel like I've really done bad with libraries. You know, I used to check out books and never return them. I'm blacklisted at a lot of libraries. So maybe the act of buying books to me is scary.
You are the bad girl of the public library scene.
Yeah, truly. But also you could read online and stuff. Not that I do, but I think it's so grown up to have a bookshelf with books on it. So it is cool. But when I see one full of books, I'm like, where the hell did you steal all those from?
I do think you are so right that what's straight about it's like the desperate need to let everyone know that you're a reader.
Yeah.
Also the culture around being a reader, being like, oh, I'm a reader.
Yeah. It's the picture of a book on a table next to like a coffee, and you post that on Instagram, and you're like, yeah, just having a Monday.
Yeah.
There was a point when that used to really mean something. You could post a book on a coffee on a table with a little succulent by it, and you'd say that person has taste.
You'd crash the internet.
Epitome of class. And nowadays, it's we evolve so quickly in our social media use, and I see that and I say, this person's desperate. This person wants to be like the worst kind of influencer, and this person is empty inside.
It used to be you would post a photo of a book, a succulent, and a cup of coffee. It would crash Instagram, and then the front page of the New York Times and the Washington Post the next day would be about how someone in Tucson, Arizona read The Goldfinch.
Yeah.
I will say something really embarrassing though, is that there's an old Instagram that I don't know how to delete. It's a different like name. It's me before it was right when I started doing comedy, and there is a picture on there that you can go see right now, and it's a picture of the book Bossy Pants on a table, and next to it's like a stroller with a kid in it. You can't see the kid because I was a nanny, and the like post said like, I love my job or something like that. I've done that, but guess what? I thought I was straight when I said that. By the way,
well, there you go.
So
that explains it.
Yeah,
I have such a clear vision of myself reading Bossy Pants in front of a library on campus when I was in college.
I remember reading it on the train in Chicago, and that was like my summer. That summer, it was.
I can't remember a single thing that it said in it though. What was it about? Like I know I read it all. It was Tina Fey.
It was about Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember
so long ago.
There was a chapter about UVA, which is where I went to college. So that part I remember.
Most of it is about like stress management and how to not get ulcers.
Okay.
She actually plagiarized it from this book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers.
Woo! Pew, pew, pew. See, he got there effortless.
You really, I know your brain's doing a lot during this podcast. It's swinging things about.
I just want to say, that was expert level.
I mean,
it really was. I feel
that's like watching Tony Hawk land the 900.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, man. Oh, do you like that I did that sound when I didn't have anything to say?
Oh, I always catch myself doing that.
I do it, and it sucks when you do it in conversation with like friends and stuff.
I know.
Because you're not, it's not like you don't have any, it's like.
Can I just say something?
Fill the silence.
Literally, as soon as I made the joke about ulcers, I swear to God, the sun came out for the first time today.
Oh my God.
What do you think that means?
The sun's out for me too. And it's like, we're in the same place.
We're in the same place.
I mean, my sun right now has never looked brighter now that you bring it up.
Right.
What could it mean? I mean, it could mean that maybe God thinks that you did an incredible riff, and he is trying to show you his support.
Yeah. Do you think that's
we get it? You think God's a man?
Yeah, I think God's a man. Get over it.
He goes, he. he.
I think God's a freaking man with a dong, and he's really.
Oh my God.
How big is God's dong?
Okay, guys, come on. Guys, isn't that embarrassing?
We're like just being boys. Stop being
such just guys being guys. Finally,
if you're with a friend and they're like, "Come on," that's like the worst.
I hate that.
Meg, we decided during our last episode that the three archetypes of women are Madonna, whore, and blackjack dealer. Which one are you?
Are those three? Or are you saying Madonna, whore?
No. Madonna, whore,
blank,
blackjack dealer.
Again, you're going blank. Whore is different.
Yeah, comma even.
Okay. Okay. Madonna, whore, or blackjack dealer.
And you can do like Madonna. Sun, rising, moon.
Okay.
But I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I guess I'm a Madonna. I'd say,
okay.
Huh.
I'd say sun and moon rising in Madonna. And then a little bit of whore and blackjack in the background. A blackjack. By the way, blackjack dealers can be whores.
Yes, they can.
Whoa. She is busting the trinary.
Wait, what are you guys?
I'm a blackjack dealer.
I'm a whore.
well, so what is the difference between like what are you saying Madonna has that a whore doesn't, and what are you saying that a whore has that a blackjack
and
dealer
see, I've
doesn't?
already regretted bringing this up. It was barely even a joke in context. Honey, during our last
this is what
episode.
I'm telling you. If you're gonna ask me to play, I'm gonna get my helmet on and I'm gonna bat. So if you want to make me play a game, I'm gonna be loving it and I'm gonna be having follow-up questions.
George, and to be fair, Meg has already made it quite clear that she's a player and that she loves the game, and to just casually bring up a game is like, we can't do that because she's gonna give it her all. She is gonna give you 1000% and she's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, I think a Madonna has to be like, you got you're of course you dabble in being, the romantic sort of horror side and the fun blackjack dealer side, but you're really having such a career and empire on your own. Is that true? Sort of, and you have a little bit of star in you.
Are you talking about the pop star Madonna?
Wait, did you not? Are you saying you weren't talking about her?
Like, he means like, like the Madonna horror complex.
I know, but wait, but I know once again.
Madonna is like Mary, Madonna, Mother of Jesus.
Madonna, and then horror is not her.
Yeah,
yeah, but the real Madonna does have sex, guys.
No, for sure. The real Madonna does not fit into like what. If anything, in fact,
I'm not a Madonna then. If that's anything, your definition, I think.
If anything, part of the controversy around Madonna was that her name was Madonna, and yet she was playing with the Madonna horror binary.
But are you saying okay? Well,
what's the craziest thing? Madonna herself, was blackjack dealer.
She what?
I said Madonna herself, blackjack dealer.
Oh yeah, totally.
Huge blackjack dealer.
I think I'm a whore then, I guess. Put me in there. I think if y'all now I'm seeing more of the definition you're saying, and I'm thinking, I don't know how you guys took it you guys really took it in that I said I was a Madonna, but I guess I'm a whore.
It's so clear to me that you're a blackjack dealer.
When you were saying
really?
What?
Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
Well, when you were saying that you were a Madonna, I was like, I don't think she means the Madonna in the sense that we mean, but I was like, I'm not going to like call her out on it because I've been there. I understand that.
So you guys, when you say Madonna in this game, do you mean kind of like, virginal?
Yes, pure and virginal.
Okay. So when I said that I was definitely a Madonna and you both shook your heads and smiled, you were going, she's not thinking the right thing, I bet.
Well, I was immediately like, all right, let's get on our level. Ray of Light era,
Wait, until my other thing is you said I'm definitely a blackjack dealer.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
I mean, to me, blackjack dealer to me is like, has the most personality, is a trickster, is someone who's...
yes, I am that.
Yeah.
And is in control, is calm, cool, and collected. And is not afraid to put you in your place.
You guys have to give the descriptions before you let someone just make a horrible mistake. And I've now said I'm all of them. I've said I'm the... Wait, so Sam, you were full of personality. You don't think you're a blackjack dealer?
I think most people would say most people in our lives are blackjack dealers.
Well, I think it's a flawed. I think maybe it's a flawed system in that case.
Really?
Everyone we know... George, it's a flawed
you mean like
system.
comedians?
No, I agree.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
You mean like our comedian friends are blackjack dealers?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, wait. Should we do our last segment?
Is it time?
Well, okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's like kind of time.
It's kind of time.
And I was starting to feel like if we're like telling Meg just like about an old episode of the podcast, I was like, well, I don't want to have to like catch her up.
I know. No. And you know what? Thank you for saying that, because this is something I do and I should
totally sorry. Y'all are I could just already see you guys talking after I get off Zoom and you go, she was not what I thought.
No.
She sucks. God, Megan was shit today. She just kept asking about old stuff. She lives in the past.
Here's what it is. I really want the podcast to have like a unified set of like references, and I want it to be a coherent mythology, and I always get tripped up in that, whereas Sam is so much more open to everything being new
together. New.
It's a river. You can't catch it.
It's a river.
You just have to float down it.
You have to float.
And I feel so stupid bringing up everything I brought up in the last 25 minutes. You do
not need to be saying that, because guess what? There's going to be people listening and going, oh my God, that sounds so interesting. And I better go back and listen to the last episode.
Yeah, well, that's the hope.
It's okay, sad. I try to pull you out of it with like a fun character that would be encouraging, Mom, but then you...
Oh, I didn't realize that was a character. Just thought you were being encouraging.
I was wearing a big silly hat.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah.
No, I do really believe that, though. I think it's totally fine to reference things in other episodes. I mean, I know you're not paying me to be a, podcast coach, and hell, what do I know? But if I heard somebody saying funny stuff about a different episode, I definitely want to check it out. Okay, Meg. I totally killed the vibe. It's dead silent.
No.
I think this was an A+ episode.
I hope to God so.
Oh my God. I think this episode really nailed the ethos of the pod.
Yeah, totally.
That's why I'm yawning.
Okay, you know what? Let's redo. I'll be a big country bumpkin character.
Let's take it from the top, and you be a country bumpkin character.
What's up, listeners, and welcome to StraightioLab.
Hee-haw! What? Are you a Madonna?
Oh my God, Meg, don't come in until we tell you to.
The intro.
See, even if we go back, I'm going to do the exact same thing, because this is what was meant to be said.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah. It's true. I just want to request one thing. I want people to Photoshop the fake books that we created, and also the full track list for the Demi Lovato record that Meg invented.
Yeah, because I actually feel like there was a lot in there. I love that.
And also,
what is it? Zip my bitchy lips?
Did I say that?
You did.
Say that.
It does sound like something I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zip my bitchy lips. Sometimes you have to zip your bitchy lips.
Zip my bitchy lips. How did I say it? I might have to go back and listen.
You can't recreate magic.
Yeah, you really can't.
We'll go back.
Your bitchy lips. No, I lost it. But no, I think someone should definitely draw that for sure.
Yeah.
And they will. Let's do our final segment before Meg calls out our dead air again.
I know. Since you've been calling out our dead air, I'm very nervous that I'm
so aware of it. It's crazy.
You have to have moments where the listeners can pause and take it in.
Sure.
It totally. Why don't we just right now be quiet for a second and see how it feels?
Okay.
Oof, it feels really bad. I can't do it. I really can't. Just knowing someone's listening and not hearing anything, and they start hitting their headphones and is this broke?
Wait, yeah. Have you ever done that? Have you ever there's been a break in the podcast and it's oh, am I losing service or something?
Look at Mr. Yawn.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Were you up all night?
Partying.
No.
Were you up all night unmasked at a party?
That's another beautiful Demi track. Were you up all night partying unmasked?
Parentheses partying. Were you up all night? Parentheses partying.
We saw a friend unmasked at a party.
He said he had some good Molly.
I was hoping someone joined in, but nobody did. So
I do love that. We absolutely left you hanging. That was really rough.
I know. I was like, I guess kill me. That was really embarrassing.
Las Culturistas would have hopped right on that. I don't know why you guys aren't just sort of jumping.
Mention the elephant in the room.
Las Culturistas would have made an entire song out of that. I don't know why you guys just sort of let me flop.
To make the subtext text.
If you were laughing, I would have kept going. But it's not only did you not jump into the song, but you also weren't laughing that I was singing. So I was like, it really I'm turning beet red. Do you see how red I'm turning?
You're bright red. It's crazy.
I actually do get pretty red when I'm embarrassed, or when I'm laughing a lot, I turn red. Or
that's so interesting.
That's amazing.
I'm blushing. I'm fair skinned. I'm blushing. I'm a blushing girl.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Where are your dwarfs?
Okay, that really got me. That really got me. I don't know why. Not that it wasn't funny. I just I laughed like a kid. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been laughing the whole time, but that hit me in a way where it made my inner child laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew you were just doing a joke, about a joke, right?
Yeah. Yes. I would never stoop so low as to do a straightforward attempt at a joke.
Yeah, you were bad on purpose, right?
Yes.
So that's what was funny.
No, you're doing a dad joke, or
yes. And to clarify, this entire podcast and my career, it's building.
Hey. every joke you've said today has been hilarious. That one was a little bit sarcastic, like you were doing a dad joke, but I laughed at it earnestly.
Well,
okay.
Thank you.
So I've made everyone mad. Everyone's yawned.
Okay, we have to do it.
Sam, you're
what is this last
ready
thing? I'm like,
no,
Sam, whoa, you got a hot date? Where are you going?
You guys, I'm literally...
Where the hell are you going?
You have to pee, don't you?
George.
He's like, really? I really want to get to this last segment before I blow my brains out. He's sitting over here mad. I'm having the time of my life. I'm like, I've never been more happy on a podcast, and you can't wait to leave.
I have to pee very bad.
That's what I thought.
One, I always have to pee during this podcast. It's insane. Two, I was trying to like somebody has to be the bad host. Like somebody has to be like someone's the fun one and someone has to be like, okay guys, like I actually think we should wrap it up because like this is like, getting to a point where we're sort of lost and we're meandering.
Lost. Wait, another thing is, and I know I'm keeping this going long, I'm sorry, but why can't we just pee our pants sometimes? We're in our house. Like if you just peed right now, none of us would know.
But then it would stink.
Pee now.
No.
Okay, this is the peeing challenge. Sam, you go first.
No, I do think, Meg, you bring up an incredible point. I think it's messed up that we're not allowed to just pee outside. I think everyone should be able to pee outside. I don't see the problem.
Well, Sam,
wait, the problem is that everything will be covered in pee.
No, like
you mean your own backyard, or you mean the street in front of people?
I mean literally the street.
No,
like we should
people could see you, but in your house you're alone.
But if there was like some sort of device that was like covered your wiener, but like would like still let the pee come out.
I don't want to see wiener devices out everywhere.
But it's interesting. I would push back and say the wiener part I don't care about. We can all be more comfortable with nudity. It's the pee that I actually don't want on the street.
Yeah, come on, Sam.
Like I actually would prefer if the street was not covered in pee.
We have enough with dogs.
And maybe if there were no just puddles of human piss.
I just think you should, at least in emergency situations, obviously you shouldn't love it. You shouldn't freak to pee outside, but you should be allowed if you
That's the problem. People would love it too much. And then peeing everywhere.
I guess I would prefer it if, I don't know, we had government funded public restrooms.
Well, George, I want that too. But which honestly, I bet a law that allows you to pee outside is going to come before public funded government bathrooms.
There is no way in hell they're going to make a law that says you can pee in a peeing device outside. But there's no law against peeing your pants while you're doing a podcast, so you can keep going for a little while.
Yeah, Sam, just do it.
I did pee my pants once because my roommate was in their bathroom.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
So Meg, our final segment is called shout outs, and we give a shout out to anything we like.
Okay.
Sort of in the style of 2001, you're in Times Square at TRL and you're just shouting out to your squad back home.
I love that. Is it like shout out to Coke slushies?
Yes, no, literally.
Okay,
it's that.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay, go.
What's up, idiots out there? I want to give a huge shout out to Lana Del Rey. I have learned to forgive you. In the same way that I forgave Haim many months ago, I'm forgiving you, Lana, because look, white dress is so good. When you do that, down in a minute music business conference is so good. I'm in Hebron. You're pushing yourself to the brink. Our producers would be thrilled at your work because you are letting your walls down. George could learn a thing or two from you, girlfriend, because you are crushing it. Yes, I shout out you, and yes, I bring down my co-host and friend, George. I love you. Well, I'm learning to love you. XOXO, Sam.
Woo! Wait, sorry. I could learn from her just because she's like good at what she does.
When you put it that way, it sounds really mean.
Is that what, like, it wasn't referencing anything? You were just saying I could learn from her because she's doing well and had her job.
No. Just to clarify. You're twisting this to make it sound really, really bad to you. But what I was saying...
Lana Del Rey fans are vicious.
I know.
They were really mean to me for a couple of days. So I can't be affiliated.
I actually want to say, as a Lana Del Rey fan, I
love Lana Del Rey.
I wish I could go to conversion therapy and no longer be a Lana Del Rey fan, but there's nothing I can do about it.
I love her stuff. Love her music, and yet I was tore apart over a parody video. I did
really.
Her fans, her like teenage fans are vicious online.
You can't actually talk about any pop star online.
It's so weird.
I talked about Demi Lovato and nobody said a thing, but Lana Del Rey, people really attacked over Lana Del Rey, really attacked. But shout out to Billie Eilish was gonna be mine because she dyed her hair blonde and I'm loving it. Woo! Did I do it wrong?
No, that's perfect.
I don't think I did it very well.
I just want shout out to this girl. Her name is Addison something, and I just watched a video where she was on Jimmy Fallon. You know what? This girl, I forgot her face as soon as I looked at her. No
Addison
personality, but you know what? She was smiling, and I think more people should be kind of mediocre and just smile. Woo! Woo!
Well, that dang kind of sounded a little passive aggressive, George.
I don't know. I just thought, when was the last time you saw someone who truly was so forgetful on a screen?
Here's the thing.
Except for all Netflix programming.
Woo! He went there. The Queen of Mean is back.
Queen of Mean. That really killed me.
Now I feel bad because I need to. Sorry, I know, Sam, you have to pee. I just want to say I'm doing
Honey,
the
go
work.
In your pants. You're in your own house.
I'm trying to not we shouldn't make. I should say things like that about men and not women, is all I want to say.
Here's the thing about Addison Rae. She's like a teenager. I mean, she is. She's
Wait,
like
how old is she?
She's like 18 or 19, right?
Oh my God, I take it completely back. She's absolutely iconic.
I am the opposite of the person this is what I hate actually, when people go like, your friend's talking about someone and then somebody else goes, yeah, well, they're pretty nice. It's like, shut up. Let them say what they want to say about that person, right? And the last time I said this on a podcast, I got a comment that said, this just shows how fake comedian and actors are, that they would talk bad about people. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about literally being mean to your friend for saying what they feel about someone. But what I was going to say was with Addison Rae, I kind of had the same thought where I was like, oh, she's so young. She blew up and like, oh, she's in a movie. But then I'm like, who cares? She's young and she seems sweet and she's never done anything wrong that I know of. It's not her fault that she's like, and it's cool that she's successful. I personally don't think anyone should be famous before 30, just because fame, I'm sure, is hard, and I feel like it's terrifying and bad. But I'm on your side.
Okay.
I've had
now I'm like, what is my side? What is your side? Like, where did we
my
land?
thought is I feel like I struggled a little at first, but now I'm an Addison Rae fan.
Okay, and I want to say I actually love. So you're not on my side, just to be clear, and because what I did was in fact drag her.
You dragged her, but I would say I see why you dragged her. And
there's no reason to be interesting at the age of 18. And I take everything I said back. If Jimmy Fallon had me on a show when I was 18, I would have probably been wearing a legalized gay American Apparel t-shirt.
Oh my God. If there was footage of you at 18 on Jimmy Fallon wearing a legalized gay t-shirt, I would be in literal heaven. That would be so funny. It's actually crazy that we as a culture have erased the legalized gay movement, because those shirts were everywhere.
Can I tell you something? I have kept mine because it's funny to me. Because I'm like, what if at some point it becomes funny to wear it ironically? And honestly, it might be the time.
It's gonna be very funny.
Remember the shirt you wore the other day that was funny?
Yeah, that was a good one. I did a show with Meg, and a virtual show, so put down the pitchforks.
We weren't in, yeah, of course.
And the shirt, it's a vintage shirt I bought, and it said pro-choice, and then in small letters, and willing to vote for it.
Willing to vote for it. So funny. I will really say I really respect and I'm impressed by you when you said that you want to say more things about men like that than women, because it's like, even though I agree with what you said, it's like, yeah, 18-year-olds, like it's kind of annoying sometimes someone being like famous on TikTok for like doing like
no, it's
whatever,
actually so toxic that I said something negative about Addison Rae, and I feel genuinely terrible. And
he really is a good dancer, and I think she seems really sweet.
That's even beside the point. It's just like, yeah, the culture that brought her to Jimmy Fallon is sick, and in fact, Jimmy Fallon's producers are the ones that I would like to completely ruin the careers of by posting bad things about them.
I think that exactly. I think truly people shouldn't be famous, or I mean, fame is insane.
Yeah,
but
well,
like if you are going to be famous,
burned to the ground.
Yes, of course. But if no one should even experience any of that. No one should experience it, but if you are, at least be 30.
Sam has to pee so bad. Okay.
He's literally looking at us with a frown, like you sort of like are blushing a little. Like I feel like you definitely are struggling.
I'm struggling. I'm
so sorry.
All right,
I forgot.
Like toxic shock syndrome from holding my pee too long.
All right, Sam. Well, thanks for joining.
No, but I'd love to stick around and hear more about sort of the entertainment industry and all the fucking bullshit thoughts.
Guys, thank you for having me.
Thoughts.
This is wait. So
Sam said I'd like to stick around and hear more.
Have an awesome day.
Sam.
All right. Well, Meg, thanks for joining us on the final episode of StraightioLab.
More important. I guess peeing's more important to you.
Meg, pee is not more important.
You know, again, do you have roommates? Because I don't see anyone behind you.
No,
would it be too crazy to pee your pants?
You have roommates. Your partner.
That's not a roommate, George.
It's someone who used the bathroom.
Yeah, but would your partner really care a little pee in your pants?
Yeah. I think he actually would care because I record this in the bedroom and it'll stink like pee.
Oh, right. Sorry, we're not allowed to talk about how you were into piss play.
Oh my God!
You just sounded like Ross. Hey! You just sounded like Ross from Friends when you said "Oh my God" like that. For real.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, that's going in my SNL reel.
Ross from Friends.
Ross from Friends. I sounded just like him in this one episode of this podcast.
That's so funny. My next character is Ross from Friends. He has to pee his pants.
And he's like on a podcast. Sorry. We could literally, I'm like, wait, we could go forever.
Thank you so much for having me. I wrap up. Hey guys, that's been the podcast. Thank you so much for having me.
No, okay.
Wait, no, Meg, you should. I think you should.
Do you guys have anything to plug? Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Scientist Anonymous. I'm trying to say the name of the show. I tried to say the name of the show and I said Scientist Anonymous.
Scientist Anonymous.
Guys, thank you so much today to listen to. Thank you so much for tuning into Bionautical Scientists. Two funny guys, the podcast. Everybody, this has been Sam and
Meg,
George.
we are torturing Sam.
Sam is partnered.
The longest episode of all time.
All right, you go. You end it.
Okay, Meg, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, you're taking your damn time ending it, aren't you?
God. You are a psychopath. You are the Joker. You're being the Joker.
Meg, you are the Joker.
Okay, go ahead. I'll zip my lips for real.
Oh my God.
Zip your bitchy lips.
Okay, Meg, thank you for being here. It was a true pleasure. And we'll see you in the podcast studio.
You will? Are you gonna see
Sam,
me in the
don't introduce new premises.
Wait, are you gonna see me in the podcast studio?
I was trying to call back to the beginning because you were our intern, but that was over 2 hours ago.
That was so long ago. I forgot I said it.
That would be like fun.
What the hell? I was like, am I supposed to be somewhere?
Meg, I'm literally trying to find a fun way to wrap this shit up, and I cannot do it.
I just freak out when someone goes, "See you later." It's like, you are? When are we seeing each other?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Try again.
This is so psycho. Right. Okay.
I'm going to wrap this up. Meg, thank you for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure. There's no one I would have rather had.
No, I literally just stopped my recording.
Okay, I'm stopping mine. All right, okay.
Oh, so good. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I really kept forgetting you had to pee your pants.